Larry Elder here. As I said before, when I ran for governor in 2021, I warned about the problem with bad forest management. I've talked to you about the lies Gavin Newsom told about how much he'd cleared away. He lied by a factor of 7. Talked about all the bond initiatives that voters had passed years past. And for whatever reason, lawsuits by the environmentalists who are in bed with the Democrats in Sacramento, nothing gets done. This state has 40 million people. The infrastructure can support a state half that size because nothing significant has been built in about 20 years. Now, the former LA County Sheriff was a member of the Army National Guard. He became our 33rd Sheriff of LA County. Please welcome back to the program, Sheriff Alex Villanueva. Sheriff, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
You got it, Larry. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Sheriff. What did I get wrong?
No, you got nothing wrong. In fact, the details are coming out again and again. And now someone just posted about Newsom vetoing a request from CAL FIRE to retain seasonal firefighters. And he vetoed it. And guess what? Now we have a severe shortage of firefighters, and both city and county of LA are struggling to find people who know how to fight fires. It's scary.
Sheriff, this was both preventable and predictable, wasn't it?
Definitely. I mean, the sheer size of what nature is delivering to us, that you can't change. But in terms of preparedness, the response to the fires, the recovery efforts, everything has been basically they're playing small ball when you need big leaguers in charge.
I'm watching one of these morning anchors here in L.A. His name is Melvin Robert, and he said that Donald Trump chastised the governor because of the fact that firefighters are running out of water. And he said, Melvin Robert, no firefighters are running out of water. And then he cut it over to his reporter who's in the field, and I don't think she heard what he said, but she said, the firefighters are saying they're running out of water. I mean, you can't make this up.
No, you can't, sadly, and there's more to that. We're hearing about radio calls from distressed firefighters and deputy sheriffs about lack of resources, lack of relief, pushing over 24 hours nonstop on the line without any relief. I mean, that is not sustainable. And they knew this in advance. They knew that they did not have the personnel to sustain a multiple time periods in a large-scale event like this. When they failed to call the National Guard to get those troops deployed and ready come when the fires first started, none of that happened until it was way too late.
Following up on what you just now said, this is a letter, December 4, 2024, written by Christine Crowley, the LA Fire Chief, to the Board of Fire Commissioners. Quote, the Los Angeles City Fire Department is facing unprecedented operational challenges due to the elimination of critical civilian positions and a $7 million reduction in overtime variable staffing hours. These budgetary reductions have adversely affected the department's ability to maintain core operations such as technology, communications infrastructure, payroll processing, training, fire prevention, and community education. In addition to these impacts, the reduction in hours have severely limited the department's ability to prepare for, train for, and respond to large-scale emergencies. And she goes on. She sent this letter literally days ago.
Imagine that. Look at the bottom of the letter. It says, recommendation, receive, and file.
Right.
Basically, do.
Right. She also had embarked, I think in 2023, Sheriff, on a 3-year plan for DEI to get the number of LGBTQ firefighters up to a certain level. When asked what's the right number, she said it's never enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of displaced residents who would say, you know what, I'd just be happy with water in the fire hydrant.
Yeah. Sheriff, let's talk about the failure to manage the forest properly. What's your reaction to that?
Well, that's very true. You have a record 2 years in a row of rain, record levels of rain, which means that generates a ton of underbrush. And if you're not thinning out and managing that and getting rid of the fuel, if your city doesn't have a robust brush clearance policy and they're enforcing it aggressively, stuff is just going to pile up. And then you got, on the flip side, 8 months of no rain whatsoever, single-digit humidity, and you have the perfect storm right there.
Right. Sheriff, as you know, the mayor was in Ghana when this happened, even though there were predictions that there were going to be unprecedented winds and difficulty here in Los Angeles. And she went to the inauguration of the new head of Ghana. Now, Sheriff, even if she was unaware this was going to happen, what in the world is the mayor of L.A., given our crime that you had to deal with, given the homelessness that you had to deal with, given the poor schools, given the way the schools were shut down because of COVID, these kids lost 2 years of learning, high taxes, businesses leaving, what in the world is the mayor of L.A. doing going to Ghana?
You know what? They live in a parallel universe where nothing affects them. And look at her tweet from several years ago about Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Excoriating him for what she did exactly, and even worse. And the truth spot knows no limits here.
And Sheriff, when she ran for mayor, her home was broken into. 2 firearms were stolen. Of course, this is a woman who believes that we need more gun restrictions. And then since she became mayor, somebody broke into the mayor's mansion while she was there. So she'd been victimized by crime just in the last several months twice. And during one of the debates, she was asked on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the most safe, how safe is Los Angeles? She said 10. And then her house was broken into. And then they had a second debate, and the debate moderator brought this up, and she said, well, now I think it's a 5.
Oh, God. Well, hey, try this for size, Larry. The progressive crowd that's in office right now, they want cops to fight crime without cops, and then what firefighters to fight fires without water.
Yeah, you can't make it up.
Nope.
Well, Sheriff, what are your plans? There are a lot of people that suggest that you might run for mayor. You've got a lot of ideas. I know you're a registered Democrat, much to my dismay, but have you given it any thought?
Well, I'm getting a lot of people that encourage me to run again for sheriff or run for governor, run for mayor. And I appreciate the level of support and enthusiasm, but I think that's a decision my wife and I will take, and we'll decide where to move forward. But definitely leadership is crying for people to step up to the plate and do the right thing, and not these disgusting, slimy, shameless career politicians that all they know is the glad hand and, sip cocktails, at parties.
Well,
and they don't know how to actually get the job done.
Well, Sheriff, we're going to leave it there. Sheriff Villanueva, whatever you do in the future, we got your back.
I appreciate that.
God bless. Thanks for watching these clips from The Larry Elder Show. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a moment. More thought-provoking discussions are just a click away, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.